Hey everybody, so I wanted to do a really simple look for Valentine's Day. Keep it really neutral. This is by far my husband's favorite look, so I figured this is the one I would do for Valentine's Day. This is probably what I'll be wearing on Valentine's Day as well. And yeah, I kept it really simple with the eyes, just did a pretty dramatic cat eye, and I love keeping a nude lip, especially because that tends to be men's favorite. I don't know, it's just the most natural, and I really love this lip combo that I've been wearing lately. So if you would like to see how I got this look right here, then just keep watching. So to start off, I'm going to prime the face. I'm going to prime my under eye area with the Cover FX Anti-Aging Eye Primer. And then to prime the rest of my face, I will be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. This stuff is amazing. So to begin to cover my acne scarring on my cheeks, I'm going to be using the Master Conceal by Maybelline. This concealer is really good. I love it. And to apply that, I'll be using my Micro Beauty Blender. I've heard mixed reviews on this thing, but I personally love it, mostly for getting under and around my eye. I don't know why I'm so zoomed out. Let me fix that. So you can see the coverage already. For under my eyes, I will be using the Lancôme Waterproof Long-Lasting Under Eye Concealer. I really like this stuff. I'm still trying it out, so I can't report back completely on how I like it, but so far, so good. What I've been doing lately to set my under eyes is I've been putting this on, and then I work one eye at a time. My eyes are really crease prone to concealer creasing, so I go right in with my setting powder and I keep this face, the concealer face. And to set my under eyes, I'll be using my Lorac Baked Porefection Powder. So I literally have my brush waiting with powder on it. I make sure none of it's creased, I keep that same face, and then I go right in with my powder. For foundation, one that I have been really loving lately is the Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation. This is in 091 Light Ivory. I love that this is a really good shade for me if you're super fair-skinned and struggling with drugstore foundations being too pink, especially, or too yellow. This would be a great option for you. This is more towards oily skin. It has a very matte finish, but it's very long lasting, and it is one of the only foundations that does not settle in my expression lines when I smile or do the eyebrows or this, you know, all that stuff. I have been really impressed. I've gotten so many comments about my skin whenever I wear this foundation, so Rimmel, I'm impressed. I will be using that on a damp beauty blender. What else would I use? I love the coverage it has too. It's really full coverage. This would be a great dupe for the Estee Lauder Double Wear if you're looking for a more affordable option. The only thing I'm not crazy about is it does have a scent. It's not a bad scent, but I can tell there's perfume scentedness. It's kind of like fruitiness. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It goes away once it dries on your skin, but it's kind of annoying. I'd rather just have it not have a scent at all. To set the area of acne scarring, I will be using the MAC Studio Fix powder in NC15. I will be using my beauty blender for extra coverage, but I found if I use the part of the beauty blender that I used for my foundation, sometimes it can leave those little, I don't know, like oily marks on my powder, and then I have to kind of scrape them off or else it like won't take any powder from those areas. So I use a clean part of the beauty blender to use with my powder, and I find it does really well. To set the rest of my face, I will be using my Urban Decay DeSlick Mattifying Powder. To bring a little bit of color back in my face, I will be using my Too Faced Sun Bunny Bronzer. I use my Real Techniques blush brush for this. I find it's the perfect bronzer brush. It's a little big for blush, but for bronzer, it's perfection. I just kind of bronze the whole face, around the forehead, cheekbones, down the neck. To highlight, I will be using my Lou-Man-Izer by the Balm. And I'm actually going to wait on blush because I want to see what my eyes turn out to look like. So I like to do my eyes and then do my blush so I have a better idea of all the undertones going on all up in here. To prime my eyelids, I will be using my Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer by Benefit. This is in light medium. I'll be keeping the eyes really simple today. I'm starting out with MAC Omega in the crease. If you've seen any of my tutorials, this is no surprise to you. This is a Sigma E40 blending brush. I will also be taking that color under the eye on a medium angled shading E70 brush by Sigma. I'm going to be using my Tartelette palette and the color Natural Beauty. This mauve shade right here, it is my most used shade in this palette. I'll just be using that to just kind of deepen up the crease. I'm just using that on that same brush because it's a really similar color to MAC Omega. Just a little more mauve, has a little more purple in it. I'll be taking a Real Techniques base shadow brush and the color Super Mom, this light color right here. I'll just be using that right on the lid. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this look matte today. With that same brush, I'll just kind of be blending it into my existing colors. To deepen up the crease ever so slightly, I will be using the Taupe shade Power Player right there. And I'm taking a bit of a more tapered blending brush from Sephora. And I'm just going to be using that a little more precisely in the crease. I'll also be taking that on that medium angled brush by Sigma and running that more on the outer part of the eye, a little closer to the lash line. To highlight my inner corner and brow bone, I will be using the MILANI Eyeshadow in Bella White. I love this eyeshadow. It is the perfect satin matte shade, not too much sheen, it's not too matte, it is the perfect highlighter shade. If you are fair-skinned and are looking for the perfect brow bone or inner corner highlight, this will change your life forever. I'll be taking that just on the tip of the brush and running it right on the inner part of my lower lash line. Now onto liner. I will be using my Jessie's Girl liquid liner. This stuff is amazing. It has a brush applicator and it will stay in place all freaking day. I will try to get as much of this on camera as possible, but it is a little tricky with the angles and the mirror I'm using. And that's as even as they're gonna get today. I'm going to set that liner to make it super matte and keep it in place all day. I also want to take a little of the edge of the black off, so I will be using the charcoal shade in my Lorac Pro 2 palette. I might mix it with a little bit of the purple. I really like doing that for some reason, since I do have some mauvey purple in my eyeshadow look. I always tap the excess off the brush before I go right in with it. So you can see, I don't know if you can even tell, us high maintenance makeup girls just do this stuff because we notice, even though nobody else might. I'm going to take what's left on the excess of the brush, and I'm going to run it on the very outer part of my lower lash line, really almost like pressing it into the lashes. Moving on to brows, I'm going to brush them through with a spoolie just to get any of the foundation off of them. I'm going to prep my brows with my MILANI Brow Wax. I use this stuff every time. And I'm going to use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Taupe. It is a little dark for me, especially with my hair freshly blonde. But I don't really mind a bit of a bold brow. It does make my brows a little darker than my natural hair color, but like I said, I don't really mind it. And this stuff doesn't come in a lighter, cooler shade. It comes in a blonde color, but that's more yellow, and I'm not a fan. I do take the excess of this product off on the back of my hand and just kind of feather it through my brows lightly. I find using a light hand with this product looks a lot more natural. Doesn't look quite so drawn on or intense. Oh, the difference a brow makes. Now that I know what my eyes look like, I'm going to go ahead and go in with some blush. I'm going to use my Topshop blush. This is in the shade Dark Pink. I freaking love this stuff. It has a shimmer in it, but very fine shimmer that is the same shade as the blush. So I find it's really flattering on the cheeks. It doesn't look too shimmery or crazy or disco ballish. I'm going to go in with MAC's Vanilla Pigment. I'm going to use this in the center of my highlight just to intensify it. When you're this fair, the contrast between the white highlight and your skin is not very big or noticeable. So I like kind of intensifying the middle of my highlight with the MAC pigment. I find since I go in with the Lou-Man-Izer first, I don't really have to blend it in as much because there is already a more subtle highlight there. I am going to curl my lashes and apply a coat of the Covergirl Clump Crusher in Waterproof Black, and I will be right back. Alright everyone, so this is basically the completed look. I'm actually going to put on one more coat of mascara. I will be using the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. It is phenomenal for volume, and like I said, I already put on my Covergirl Clump Crusher, and I basically prime my lashes with that every time and then go in with whatever mascara I'm using second. And this is one of my favorites for volume. I also already lined my lips with the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip. This is in 22C. I love this for my skin tone. I'm going to go over it with my Bite Beauty Lip Crayon, the High Pigment Pencil. This is in the shade Madeira. And that completes the finished look. The reason I did this look for my Valentine's Day makeup is because this is my husband's personal favorite makeup look on me. Just a matte, really natural eyeshadow, just a little bit of color in the crease, a dramatic cat eye, lashes, and a nude pink lip. So I thought this was a really nice soft look with a little bit of drama with the eyes, and I just really love the way it looks. I also love pairing this with a pop of color on the lips, and like a hot pink or red. These are my favorite hot pink and red right now. This is the Rimmel Provocalypse. This is in the shade Little Minx. And then the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in Always Red is an amazing red. Both of these are matte, very long wearing, and will stay put throughout the night, and they are kiss proof as well, which is also really good for Valentine's Day. So I really hope you enjoyed this look. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. It really helps me out. I know I haven't posted for a while, but I am getting back into the swing of things. I do have quite a few videos. I just need to edit them and get on it. So any encouragement from you guys would really help me kind of push through this little bit of a lull I've had with my YouTube. So leave some comments down below. I love interacting with you all. And thank you so much for your time and so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.